Thanks for joining us for communion. I trust that you're experiencing the peace and strength that God brings. In today's reading, we saw Jesus walking two of his disciples through their crisis, and I trust that you will know him in the same way. At the end of today's passage, Luke 24, verses 28 to 35, we read that as they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus continued on as if he were going farther. But they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening, the day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. And when he was at the table with them, he took bread, and he gave thanks, and he broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem, and there they found the 11 and those with them assembled together, and saying, "It is true, the Lord has risen and has appeared to Simon." And the two told what had happened on the way, and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. Jesus broke the bread with them, and in that moment they knew it was Jesus risen from the dead. As we join in communion today, we break bread together, not because we have physically seen the resurrected Jesus, but because we have experienced the risen Jesus, touching and changing our lives. He and his word is alive to us, and so in obedience to him and in remembrance of him, not as a man who once lived, but as Jesus, the Son of God who lived, died, and rose again, paying for our sin, purchasing our forgiveness and setting us free to live in him. If that's you, then please join with us today. Sharing a small piece of bread and some blackcurrant juice or something similar as you take time to remember who Jesus is, what he has done for you, and your thanks, love, and commitment to him. Jesus said, "This is my body broken for you. This is my blood shed for you. Take and eat and drink in remembrance of me."